Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to My Deep Guide. Today is a slightly different video. I'm checking out some news regarding the Remarkable, or news that Remarkable put out. Again, slightly under the radar, but I think it's quite interesting. It doesn't really pertain to the Remarkable device at all. It more has to do with the Remarkable's focus of less distractions and things like that. And they've launched something interesting, so let's check it out. So basically what they've launched are virtual rooms, or something that they call Room to Think. If you go to the URL that's specified in the description down below, you will see their new website, which says Room to Think, virtual spaces with soundtracks and visuals created to help you find your focus and do your best work. Escape from your desk to your favorite place to work. As a concept, I find this quite interesting, especially because of their whole less distractions, more focus, more room in your head to think, etc., which is something that I value quite a lot. So I think this is a welcome thing, and let's check it out and see how does it actually look like. So if you scroll down, you see this one. Pick a room, put on your headphones and find your flow. Take a look at the visuals when your mind needs to wander. Do your best work, repeat. Okay, fine, minimalistic kind of word blurbs. And we got 6 rooms, I believe. We have By the Fire, The Small Hours, Feel the Breeze, Stay Mellow, Into the Wild, and City Pulse. And of course, in the below they have, I guess, feedback query or some sort. But let's do a short checkout. I haven't really checked them out completely in detail. I only clicked on By the Fire, but let's check these out and see what they're like. So if I click on to enter the room, yeah, we have the evening, calm, neoclassical. Sitting snugly with the crackling log fire and the drizzle outside in the window, it is time to get some serious work done. All you need is this subtle, slow beat to soundtrack your reflections. Oh, okay, fine. So click play. Okay, then you can put it into full screen. Yeah, this works for me. This one definitely works. I can think, I can work with this, and yeah, I can glance up. I like that it's a borderless full screen. Definitely transforms your screen into a room. And this definitely works. I love the details of the rainy evening on the outside and the shades here on the plant. That I think is really lovely. Style is nice. It's semi-cartoony / realistic shading and stuff, which is kind of nice. But yeah, the curtains and the rain and the light here I really love, and the sound is good. So okay, so this is the first room. Click to pause. How do I exit? You never leave. You can never leave. You press escape, of course. All right, so we can pause this, and you can share the room with Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. And okay, now let's go back to browse rooms. So that was By the Fire. I really like that one. So let's check out The Small Hours. It says, let your thoughts be guided by the glow of the city and the gentle patter of rain. This room is charged with dynamic pulse that will boost energy levels and keep you grinding through the night. Okay. I don't know if I'm dressed and prepared to grind through the night. Wink, wink. But all right, let's press play and maximize. Alright, so we're using some kind of minimal techno-ish soundtrack, which is nice. They're staying away from the hi-hat frequencies and the claps. They're keeping the beat down, which is good, because the high frequencies are the ones that will distract your thoughts. So this kind of buzziness works. It's a nice animation, it's a nice style. Yeah, there we go. We now have a little bit of rain coming in, and she's continuing to read her thing. This is quite interesting and quite nice. The dog has moved. Lots of details here. I love that the dog is doing his things. This is another one that really does work. I'm not so sure about an actual character in the scene. It works, it doesn't really distract me, but I think it's a little bit too much because I'm now focusing on her and her thoughts and what she's doing and all those things, and maybe that's the part of the inspirational thought behind this, which is kind of cool. It's just that my initial thoughts were, I would have wished if it was maybe just a dog there chilling out and you're in the room with the dog and chilling here. This way it's a different, I'm an observer, I'm not in that room. So that's just my personal impression. But I like this one too. I think it works really well. I love that you have a city or the car lights passing by, the rain has started and all that kind of stuff. So it's very nice as well. All right, let's check out the next room. Feel the breeze. What does it say? Welcome to a gentle landscape of rustling leaves. Nothing better than that. And drifting summer clouds. Okay, I'm already sold on this. If they did it properly, this is awesome. The air is filled with a low pulse, relaxed beat that's perfect for wandering through processes and contemplation. Acoustic daytime calm. All right, let's check it out. Oh, we got ants. How's that relaxing? Oh no, my obsessive mind wants to count the ants. I gotta be honest, this is not really working for me. I don't like the visuals, and I don't like the music style, I don't like the lighting. The quality is simply not there. It's not on par with the other rooms. So I think that the idea is great, but the execution for this room, definitely not on par with the first two. Which is a shame. I mean, as I said, I'm sold on the idea. That's my absolute favorite pastime, but what you want to see is just the tree and the leaves rustling and breaking up the skies and the clouds that are changing, not just fixed clouds that are just passing by like ships on a sky, but the whole point of watching the clouds is that they are changing, that they're evolving and doing things. So the idea is great, but the execution, this one, art style, music style, everything, simply not on the level of the other two, and I don't feel the breeze in this one. Stay mellow. Enjoy the relaxed, warm coffee shop vibe surrounded by mellow hum of the neighborhood. This downbeat lo-fi hip-hop flow will keep your thoughts moving until you can reach your goal. Well, if it's a coffee shop kind of a vibe, you gotta have a guy pushing the cryptocurrency on their laptop somewhere in the corner, right? But anyway, let's see. Alright, the music I dig. I really don't like the art style and the execution here. It's not just the art style. The art style can be good like this one, but the execution is simply not good enough. I mean, some of the stuff is too ugly, and now that the beat started, this is too dynamic and too aggressive for me to be a relaxing room. This is the highs that I've been talking about. I mean, they've low passed it a bit, but it's still too much. It's too compressed, too strong. So maybe this works for some, but it's just my own personal opinion. Music doesn't work for me, but objectively the art style here and the execution that they have of the art here is simply not good. There's good ideas, but this one's not on the level. This one either is not on the level of the first two. So, all right, that's that one. Got two more. So we got Into the Wild. Let's check that. Wander down the winding maze of forest paths as sunlight filters through three canopies. A sun-flecked, joyful soundscape keeps your thoughts company as they ebb and flow through your mind. Electronica morning moderate. All right, let's double check that. All right, art style's nice. Execution's good. I was just wondering if there's an option to turn off the music, and maybe I just want to enjoy the scene with just the sounds on, without the music, That would have been a good option. Alright, so this one's much better. This one's more in line with the first two. I like it. Music I don't think fits this scene at all. Like, totally. I don't have anything against the music, I think it's good, but it's just a complete mismatch, so it doesn't fit the scene, and that's why I had the tendency to turn it off, so that I can actually enjoy the scene and the sounds that they are there. So yeah, that's the Into the Wild. Probably something interesting happens when you're watching longer, because when I was watching that room, what was it called? Small Hours, the girl was actually looking through the window and when the rain started, which was interesting. So maybe, a deer passes by in the background or something. That would be cool. So I just don't want to waste your time or ruin any surprises. So you can check out these rooms. And we got the last one, City Pulse. Cruising at ground level, you're surrounded by flashes of inspiration, blinking taillights, and sudden illuminations. The euphoria of this beat will move you further than you thought you could go. Oh my, good lord. So, synthwave night upbeat. This is gonna be different, I guess. Okay. Oh, this is terrible. I mean, yeah, I know they say synthwave, and I know that they're using neon colors here, but there's more to synthwave music than just doing this. I mean, there's quite a lot more. So this is not, at least this is not a good attempt at synthwave. I love the city. I really love the buildings and the cityscapes. That's very, very nice. But there's quite a lot of weird things here visually. As in, when you look at the size of these buildings on the side compared to the car, they look like toys, some of them. Like, really, the scale is totally off. So that's what's throwing me, because the other buildings look correct, and I don't understand what's this thing in front. It's just a little bit weird. The car is just, ugh. because there's nothing. It should at least wobble a bit. There should be some imperfections. There should be something going on, not just on rails. And let's not even start with the flare on the flash, on the taillights. So yeah, this, I don't like this one either. But what I do want to check out is I noticed that when I'm not in full screen, I can turn off sound. But am I turning off completely the sound or just the music? So let's check it out. Do they have that option or not? No, that's totally on or off with the sound. All right, so those are the 6 rooms they have on offer currently. By the Fire, The Small Hours, Feel the Breeze, Stay Mellow, Into the Wild, and City Pulse. Honestly, my favorite ones and the ones that actually work out of the box are By the Fire and Small Hours, with the By the Fire being my absolute favorite one, complete as it is. The Small Hours I think works, but the character that's in place is a little bit distracting, and it's putting me more in person to be like just as an observer of a situation, not in the situation itself. And I would much have preferred it if it was just a dog chilling out, and that the view is from the perspective of this character here, for example, that I'm sitting and I'm in that room. I'm not observing the room, that I'm actually in the room. I think that would have worked better. Feel the Breeze and Stay Mellow really don't work for me, mainly because the art execution is definitely not up to par. It's not good enough. Same for the City Pulse. It's a mixed bag. The music is bad there and the execution is just blech. Into the Wild for me definitely works. The art style, I think that the music is mismatched, and I would have loved to have had the option to turn off the music and just listen and be immersed in the experience of that room. So overall, I think that these are interesting. They're definitely a very interesting idea to kind of propose. And this is something that definitely can work. I think that the accessibility of it is good. There's only a couple of things that I think could make it better, other than making more consistent rooms or rooms of more consistent quality, right? But I've already covered that. But as far as the idea itself goes, I think as far as the features go, you definitely have to have an option to turn off the music completely or turn off the sounds, so that people can choose what they want, right? It's supposed to be your room, your space. So you are supposed to enter there, and if I'm in my room, I'm able to turn off the radio. How old are you, Grandpa? Yes, I turn on the talkie, and then Anyway, turn on or off the music, or also adjust or turn on off the ambient sounds, so that people can adjust what they want. So that's number one that I think should definitely be added as an option in the full screen view. The second thing that I think is maybe not a missed opportunity yet, because they're obviously just testing it now, but I think this is a perfect thing to implement into their desktop app. Simply because it will not require from the user to turn on the web browser, because the web browser in itself can and is a source of a distraction. And this in itself, because it's supposed to be a way to get away from the distractions, but you turn on the browser and yes, your room is there, but also are the other tabs. At the flick of your fingers, you open up a new tab and you get distracted right away. So I think it would be great to incorporate these rooms into the desktop app as well, so that you don't have to fire up the browser at all, and that you can just simply fire up the desktop app and play the room that you want on same way that it works like this, with the added option of turning on off the music, turning on off the sounds. That I think would be absolutely perfect, and that would make sense because the desktop app is supposed to be the accompaniment. So you are going to be there to transfer files or to do anything, and plus there's the room. And that opens up also the door to potentially, if they so choose, maybe incorporate color themes, right? So if you are in a certain room and you go outside, not necessarily some distracting graphics for the desktop app and everything like that, but just the color themes that match the room that you chose. So those are the things. Those are very, very subtle and simple things to do, but they can have a profound effect on the overall user experience. So those are my 2 cents. I'm just curious to hear what you guys think. So yeah, overall, I love the idea. I really love the idea. I love the approach. I told you what I think about the rooms themselves, and what you can do with it to make it even better. But as a first start, it's definitely something that's fun, and I welcome it quite a lot, because yeah, by the fire, I find that one spot on, and that's something that I can definitely see myself actually using, just firing it up. I just wish that I didn't have to fire up the browser to actually get it to work, and that I could just, keep it away from the distractions altogether. Plus, I don't like keeping my browser on unless I have to, because it's inherently a security risk. It spends internet and all of these things. Oh, and that's another point as well. I don't want to have to be online to have an access to the room, and that's why the desktop app would be a great place to have those rooms. For example, you don't have to have all of them. You can just choose which one you want. Let's say by the fire and into the wild. If those are the ones that I want, I click and download the room, right? And it's downloaded. I don't have to be online. So then I can go somewhere, anywhere where I want, and it can be on my laptop, and I don't have to be online. I don't have to have any distractions or anything like that. Yet I can have the room and have it contained in the Remarkable ecosystem as well, which is a very handy thing to see. So hopefully somebody from Remarkable will hear this or watch this video and kind of at least think about it, because I think they are stumbling on a really interesting idea here. But yeah, the execution needs to be standardized, the quality of the rooms. So you need definitely an art director for the rooms project, right? Not per room, but for the rooms project itself, so that you have a consistent art style. It can vary, but within a similar type of a world, and most definitely a quality threshold has to be there, and these two simply don't meet that. So that for sure, and yeah, being offline, that would definitely help. So yeah, those are my 2 cents. What do you guys think? How does this seem to you? And what are your thoughts on the Remarkable's rooms to think? Thank you so much for watching. Also, remember to check out in the description down below. You have the link to my daily organizer, which is the organizer that I made. There's one available now for 2022. You have the links to the product itself on the web store, and you also have the link to the very useful and ever-growing My Daily Organizer playlist, which contains all of the videos about what My Daily Organizer is, common tips and tricks, practices, installation, the product description, etc., so that you can see if that's a product that may interest you or help you in your daily life or not. It has so far helped quite a lot of people, and that's something that I'm very grateful for. So check it out. It might be something that might work for you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye.